to our audience, and I will present him. So I would like to invite to this virtual stage Roderick Cutajar, founder and CEO of Immvest International Limited. And Roderick will have a topic, the Malta Permanent Residency Program and Residency to Citizenship Program, Malta Citizenship. Roderick is a well-known and experienced speaker. He has been joining our conference for quite a while, and we know that he knows everything about Malta. So if you have any questions about Malta, any questions about residency and citizenship, you can already start to ask them in the chat. Roderick, this virtual stage is now fully yours. We do see you very well. Let's check if we hear you. Can you say something?
Yes. Hello, Shania. Hello, team.
Great.
Hope everything
Great.
is okay.
Yeah, so this Sunshine Malta at our broadcasting is here. So Roderick, this virtual stage is fully yours, and thank you so much for being with us.
Yes. Hope everything is okay. Thank you again for this online conference. I know the audience, is specifically or particularly, or at least a big part of it is from South America. So, as Invest International, my idea was to show a video of Malta, this small island in the Mediterranean Sea. And I don't know if, Shenia, we can start by showing the audience this program, this video of Malta. Very good. Hope, Shenia, you're back with me. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
hello, Roderick.
All right, we can continue, right?
Yes, sure.
All right. So that was a video, a bit of a video about Malta. As one can see, Malta is surrounded by the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. It's a small island. It's actually three islands. It's the Malta Island, there's the Gozo Island, and then there's also another small island. We call this island Comino Island. So actually, it's three islands that make up Malta. Malta, there are approximately between 450 and 500,000 inhabitants. So pretty much we are a big family here in Malta. As I said, the weather is always beautiful. It's temperatures, especially in summer, can reach over 30, 35 degrees Celsius. And however, summer is almost all year round in Malta. Um, uh, Given that maybe it's all in December, January, February that you see low temperatures, you experience low temperatures. But apart from that, that is why it's called Malta is called the gem in the Mediterranean Sea or the sunny islands. They give a lot of names to Malta. What we say is it's a safe country, it's a democratic country, government elected by its population, very robust infrastructures, very robust finance services, reasonable cost of living, reasonable quality of life. I mean, it's always safe and secure to live in Malta. However, today I'm not here just to speak about Malta and to speak how beautiful our island is, so on and so forth. But I'm here inviting prospective investors who would like to uh, choose Malta as their destination for either a second citizenship or even a second permanent residency. We know that immigration by investment allows prospective investors to choose a country, and if the country has a program that allows non-Europeans maybe to apply for citizenship in Europe, then they can just go and choose that program. Of course, receive more information and get more criteria. So, um, uh, where to go from here? So we are Invest Internationals. Invest International is an accredited agent. It's an accredited agent, so it has the license to promote the Malta programs. And Malta has two different programs. One is called the Residency to Citizenship program, which provides investors an opportunity um, uh, to apply for Malta citizenship. Once you apply for Malta citizenship and you're approved, you become a Maltese/European citizen. That is the citizenship. However, there is another program which is called Malta Permanent Residence Program. It's a permanent residency program. It is a very fast program as well, and it provides investors and their families with an opportunity to invest in the program and to reside in Malta indefinitely on a permanent basis. So, two programs, one focused on residency to citizenship to acquire Maltese citizenship and European nationality, and the other one is the Malta Permanent Residence Program, which is a program that provides permanent residency in Malta and access to the Schengen zone. So, two very popular programs. Many applicants from across the globe apply for these programs. Very robust, legally, very safe. And many investors are choosing these programs specifically because they either fall in love with Malta, they either want to expand their businesses, they either want, a second place where to go for holiday, for many reasons. There are many reasons for investors to choose our islands. As I said, there is a process which one needs to follow, and of course, our job as and my team, of course, at Invest International, is to provide guidance, to provide advice, and to work together with the client or the agent who wants to do the programs. In fact, I also take this opportunity um, to invite any agents who are located in South America who would like to collaborate with us on a B2B basis. We are happy to do that. We are happy to share our knowledge and all the necessary information to provide to offer these programs. So if there is any agent who would like to contact us, apart of course from the potential customers, they're free to contact us, to contact me, and we discuss a B2B agreement. But let's move forward. This is a list of the services we provide. So, as I said, Invest International is an accredited agent, which means we are approved by the government of Malta, and our expertise and the services we offer include the Malta Permanent Residence Program, the Malta Residence to Citizenship Program, which are the two which are mostly popular. But then there are other programs, such as a tax program, and we also offer other residency and citizenship by investment programs. We offer the Portuguese program, the Granada program, the Irish program. So I like calling ourselves a total solution when it comes to immigration by investment. We also have a sister company, uh, which is called Invest Properties Limited, which is a full real estate company. And what we do is we support the clients who want to purchase property or rent property locally. We provide expert advice, we provide information about location, about return on investment, taxes to pay, so on and so forth. So when one looks at Invest International, you're actually looking at two companies, Invest International and Invest Properties Limited. I am the CEO of both companies, and what's important to me is always um, uh, bear with me because there is some technicality they are telling me. Hello.
Hello, Roderick.
Yes, it seems we have a problem with the slides. Um, uh, I have opened the presentation to the full. It's open to the full, but you're still seeing. If it's not an issue, maybe they can change from their side. Because I'm sharing this scene, Senia.
Okay, we will open then first presentation. And
That's the plan for
please,
us. Yes, we can proceed with the
okay,
second slide.
just 1 minute, okay?
Sure, Shana, sure, no problem. Apologies for this.
You can move on, and then you will see the presentation which will appear on the screen.
Okay, we can move to slide 2 if you want.
Just one more minute.
No problem, no problem. I'm sorry for causing this delay. In the meantime, just to keep the ball rolling, as I said, it's important that one decides whether to proceed for citizenship or residency. I mean, for people who want to, have a passport whereby they want to travel across the globe, the Malta passport is a very powerful passport, especially as well if someone wants to do business. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for that, Shania. We're actually over there. Especially if someone wants to do business, if someone wants to do business in Europe, a Maltese passport, a European passport will allow that to happen. The Malta Permanent Residence Program will also support permanent residency, so someone can, an applicant can come and live in Malta with the family permanently, so there are no issues there. However, with the permanent residency, one cannot, decide to settle and open business in Europe. What will happen, and that is why one is paying so much for the passport and not permanent residency. But with permanent residency, one has the right to gain access to the Schengen zone 6 months in every 12 months. So when our clients contact us, or the agents, seek advice from us or my team of lawyers, we give advice and say, look, why do you want this citizenship? What is the reason for applying for citizenship? Then we do the same for permanent residency. And we explain the difference, Senya, between citizenship and residency. Because sometimes one wants to apply for citizenship, but all they need is permanent residency. So we provide this kind of guidance to our prospective clients. We don't just, say, okay, you want to do the citizenship, let's do it. No, as a very serious and reputable company, we try to avoid that all the time, and our customers and our collaborators, our agents, they appreciate that a lot. As I said, those are the services we provide, and Invest International, it's everything under one roof when it comes to citizenship and residency by investment. And Invest Properties, as I reiterated earlier, is a company dedicated in providing the best locations, the best real estate projects on the island. We also support potential investors who um, uh, want to establish a joint venture, maybe with some investors from Malta who want to, build hotels, build other projects. We can facilitate that too. We can move on onto the other slide. Okay, many of the things that I said earlier are basically listed over here. This presentation is particularly focused on why one should apply for Malta citizenship. And although there is a whole list of why of benefits, I think the main reasons for people applying for the Maltese citizenship are listed over here. Malta's membership in the European Union, Malta's safety and security. Malta has two national languages, which basically it's English and Maltese, and that is a very important point. Many countries, many investors choose Malta over other countries because its second national language is the business language, which is English, the English business language. Malta's sunny weather and blue sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the reasonable cost of living, the quality of life, no pollution in Malta, absolutely. It's democracy, the economic, the stable economy in Malta, the high educational systems. And when we speak about educational system, we predominantly base our educational system on the British curriculum, which is, the number one curriculum in Europe. And of course, other benefits such as our health systems, public, as well as there are many private hospitals in Malta, but there is, of course, a public one, and people applying for Maltese citizenship and gaining Maltese citizenship will, of course, benefit from local schools, local government schools, as well as government hospitals. We can proceed. Yes, very important to make mention. So, there are two agencies in Malta which handle and manage the citizenship program and the residency program. The agency, which is a government agency that handles the citizenship program, is called Comunità Malta. It is the agency which manages, coordinates, receives applications for processing through the accredited and approved agents. And what happens is Comunità Malta is that agency that will process the application, will perform the necessary due diligence, and on that we come later on. And it is the agency that will communicate with us as accredited agents on the application on the investor. So once we prepare the application, excuse me, once we prepare the application together either with the client or with the agent, it depends. We prepare all the file. Our legal team will review the file. We'll check that all the documents are available. We will check due diligence. As I said, I will discuss due diligence because this is very, very important. Due diligence and compliance. After which, Comunità Malta will keep us informed of the progress made with the client's application. And as we can see on the screen, once one is approved, because of course there is an approval process, one will acquire Maltese European citizenship, the ability to travel visa-free in different countries. I will explain how the citizenship program is divided, the stages, a very distinguished passport. The Maltese passport is considered as one of the most distinguished passports in the world. It is a straightforward passport. It's a straightforward process. The important thing is that you choose professional agents to assist with the application. Once you receive citizenship, you can open and set up and live in Europe. I will talk about the options very soon. The legal system, it doesn't change frequently. So it's a program that has done the test of time, and that's why it's one of the most popular programs. Of course, I always say to our clients that if you apply for the Malta citizenship, you have to spend time in Malta. Very important. Case processing, as I said earlier, is conducted by accredited agents like us. We've been doing the citizenship program for a couple of years. We've been doing the permanent residency program with a very high successful rate. The nice thing about the Malta programs is that parents and grandparents can apply. And this year round, for the next 3 years, there is a capping of a maximum of 400 applicants, 400 applications, sorry, per year. So that is why it's so popular, because there's also a capping, which means that once Comunità Malta reaches that capping, approximately 1,500 as stipulated in my slide, in 3 years, one cannot then apply for citizenship. Okay, we can move on. Yes, and this is the part where one has to explain what happens when an application, when there is an application. So, eligibility to apply for resident citizenship program. Strict. Know your customer, KYC, know your customer, and due diligence to be performed. Now, due diligence is a very sensitive topic, and one needs to appreciate that in order to apply for any of the programs Malta offers, they must not have been either, they must, investors must have a clean, very clean criminal record. And why am I saying that? Because it's useless to apply for any of the Malta programs if you have a past whereby it was a past which basically you did something wrong, and you were involved either in human trafficking, I don't know, in human trafficking, drugs. Remember that the Malta programs will perform a very strict due diligence on the investor, and the applicants. They would want to know the net worth of the applicant. They would want to know the source. How did the applicant arrive to such a net worth? They would want to know the source of funds and many other things. Now, it is pretty much straightforward for people who are of a good repute, and they have never been imprisoned, or they were not involved in any crimes or money laundering, so on and so forth. So I say it, and I say it very bluntly. Anyone involved in matters which are related to money laundering or any other cases doesn't need to apply for the Malta program. We want them on board as an accredited agent, only to know that the application will be rejected by Comunità Malta. So, as a serious accredited agent, what we do is this: we ask the client to forward to us the passport. We perform an internal due diligence. We also, whenever needed, use third parties to perform a thorough due diligence on the investor. Once we see that the investor is clean, and we see that the investor has a good reputation, I mean, was never involved, as I said, in anything, in human trafficking, we check Europol, we check Interpol, we do a lot of checks prior to onboarding a client. Everyone knows how tough the due diligence programs of Malta are. Even though they're tough, many applicants are still applying, many applicants are still being given and approved the Malta citizenship, and this goes to clients who have a clean criminal record, which are comfortable in providing us when we ask for it, the basis of their net worth, the source of their net worth. If we ask for company registrations, if we ask for pay slips, if we ask for bank statements, this is something this is something which the investor, the client, needs to be open with us, so we can assist in preparing the necessary applications to submit to Comunità Malta. As I said, the due diligence is a very stringent one, because ultimately one is applying for citizenship. So it stands to reason that all these checks are done beforehand, before even onboarding the client. So if my due diligence team and my office advises me not to onboard a client, I will not onboard the client. We will not take the client. I mean, the client can opt to do whatever he decides to do, but in our case, as a reputable company, we will not onboard clients who have had a very bad, or were involved in wrongdoings in their past. Because we will not be the only ones doing the due diligence, but even more rigorous will be done, and due diligence will be done even by the government agency, Comunità Malta. So, as I said earlier, there are three stages for citizenship. The residency stage, which is normally done in 2 months, and in that case, we need to invite the client over to Malta. The eligibility stage, whereby what will happen is during this stage, further due diligence will be conducted by Comunità Malta. Eventually, if Comunità Malta advises us, because we will be their we are their first line of communication, eventually we proceed to the citizenship stage, whereby the client will be invited again to come over to Malta for the oath of allegiance and for the passport. So those are the three main stages for citizenship: residency, whereby a residency card will be given subject to the client being onboarded and in satisfying certain criteria. The second stage is the eligibility stage, which is the due diligence, which is the part where due diligence will be performed by Comunità Malta. And once Comunità Malta advises us that all is okay, a letter of approval will be issued. We will inform the client or the agent, it depends how we are working, either directly with the customer or the agent. And the third stage is the citizenship stage, whereby we would need to ask the client and all the applicants to come over to Malta for the oath of allegiance. So this should give you a clear idea on how the citizenship stage, how many citizenship stages are involved. We can proceed. So, earlier I made reference that there are two options. So the stages remain the same: residency stage, eligibility stage, and citizenship stage. Okay? But there are two options on how to apply with Comunità Malta. There is option one, which sometimes we refer to it as the VIP, whereby normally it's between 1 to 14, 15 months after applying, one achieves citizenship. So this is what we call the VIP one. Normally it is done between 1 to 14, 15 months. You have a month or two for the residency stage, for residency stage. Then you have another approximately 7 to 8 months for the eligibility stage. And the third and final stage is the citizenship stage. We would need to wait 12 months as per law prior to submitting the citizenship stage. Those are the fees. Option one, we're talking about option one. There is a donation to the government of Malta. One can opt, which is of 750,000 euro. One can opt to rent or purchase property. From our experience and our advice is, if you don't, if you want the first year to rent, um, uh, please go ahead and rent. There is an donation to a non-governmental entity, for voluntary organization. There are many in Malta voluntary organization. We can provide advice. Then there is a fee of 50,000 per applicant, and then there are the due diligence fees. Of course, there's health insurance, and there are our legal and administration fees. Give or take, give or take, one person, one investor applying alone for the citizenship of Malta is looking at approximately between 900,000 euro. Rather than, but of course, if more applicants and dependents are enrolled, the fees, of course, will be higher. That is the VIP state. This is the VIP option. We're calling it a VIP option because it is faster. And that's it, basically. It's faster, and an investor can receive citizenship if everything goes well and if everything goes as per plan, and Comunità Malta is satisfied with the due diligence and with the documentation we provide. After 12 months, as I said earlier, the applicants are invited over to Malta for the oath of allegiance and the passport. We are looking as a single person around 900,000 euro. There is a second option, however. There is the option whereby one can opt to receive citizenship within 36 months, i.e., 3 years. As an option, it is cheaper. If you had to compare option one, the first line, the donation is 750,000 because it's faster. With the second option two, the donation is 600,000 euro, but it takes normally 3 years to receive the citizenship. So, 3 stages, 2 options. It is at the client's discretion to choose the option which best suits his or her needs. From our experience, many citizenship applicants prefer to go for option one. This should give you a clear idea of what you will expect in terms of fees to pay to the government of Malta. Okay, we can proceed with the next slide. Yes, we're almost done when it comes to the citizenship of Malta. Invest International has a sister company, as I said. It's called Invest Properties Limited. We offer great projects. Two of the projects we are offering, they are projects which will be ready in 2023, so next year. One of them, it's called the Shoreline, just behind me. These are what we call in Malta SDAs, Special Designated Areas, and they're called Special Designated Areas because they are areas, they are located, they are projects which would have communal pools, security, shopping malls integrated into the same building, into the same project. They are very, very popular projects with investors. Investors prefer to invest in ready-made projects because there are different ones already made. These two I am introducing are new. Properties are selling fast. So what happens is anyone who is interested in investing in a beautiful property in Malta, be it whilst doing citizenship, be it whilst doing for maybe the permanent residency, and if not doing either, people have the right to invest in property And these are two of the projects which we like most, and we are offering, of course, to the audience. They're both very luxurious residences. As I said, they're selling fast, and anyone who is interested to receive more information, I will be happy to ask our manager to send information about these two projects. Okay, we can proceed. That is me. That is, just to send a message of the background behind Invest International. I'm of course CEO of these two companies. Before taking over this company, I was also CEO of the Malta Residency Visa Agency, the government of Malta, between 2016 and 2019. That's it. We can proceed. We can proceed. That is all when it comes to the citizenship of Malta. So, anyone who would like to receive more information about how to apply, how is the process, what are the benefits, because I'm pretty sure you don't get everything in one presentation, and there are many things to ask, and we understand that given that you will be making such an investment, you'll have a lot of questions. And that is why we are here. We are here to provide you the best answers. We're here to provide you informed, knowledgeable replies so that you make the right decision. As I said, Malta is a very safe country, so we can proceed further if you want.
Thank you so much, Roderick, for your interesting, wonderful presentation. I believe we all traveled to a beautiful Malta with you and we learned so much from you. Thank you so much for all the information you prepared. So, we have a couple of questions. The first question
Sure.
from Diego Armando. I am from Argentina and I have a big family which consists of me, wife, 3 children, and a mother. Are there any discounts in program to move to Malta?
Well, when it comes to, there are two programs. If Diego has, of course, he has seen the citizenship presentation. Government has standard fees, and government cannot create precedents, and government will not give discounts to anyone. It is us, it is me, that can eventually provide a discount for such a large family. And I understand because government fees, Diego, are fixed and they cannot change. But if you choose us, my company, to do the citizenship program, if you wish, for all your family, I am positive that we can come to an arrangement to offer a discount. And given that I'm already offering this to you, anyone who wishes to apply then and speaks to me, I will of course consider a discount. But this is Shania, as you may appreciate, because I'm a private entity. I have nothing to do
Mm-hmm.
with the government of Malta except for passing on the
Mm-hmm.
application. But I'll be happy, of course, to speak to Diego and to offer it as well a good discount. No worries.
Thank you so much for your generous offer. So, Diego, you are very welcome to contact Roderick directly, and the contact is on the screen. And the next question is from Isabel Lopez. Hello, Roderick. Sorry if I missed that. What is the cheapest program to move in Malta?
Okay. Sure. I think we have time. I don't know, Shania, we have time to talk about the Malta
Yeah, we still
permanent
have
residence.
like 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes to respond, so it's okay.
Okay, so basically there is the Malta permanent residency program. It's not expensive. It's one of the best programs there are in Malta. It offers permanent residency to you and your family. Isabella, right? Isabella, right?
Yeah, Isabel Lopez, yeah.
Isabella. It offers Isabella a permanent residency. You can come and stay and live in Malta. It offers as well you and your family members an opportunity to travel into Europe 6 months visa free in every 12 months. So I recommend, if all you're looking for is permanent residency and the second place where to stay, the Malta permanent residency program, you're looking at approximately at the beginning 130, 140, 150,000 euro. It's way different from citizenship. Citizenship, you're talking about 901 million euro. When it comes to the Malta Permanent Residence Program, it's cheaper. It provides permanent residence. It's a very strong program, and the Residency Malta agency, the agency that deals with the program, will take approximately 4 to 5 months to process your application.
Thank you so much. Very useful information. And we have a last question from Fernando. I have a startup idea connected with recycling. Are there any startup opportunities to move?
Yes, of course. This goes beyond here, but I'm happy. Of course. You know me, Shani. I try to help.
Yeah,
I try
you're
to help
very very handy to
everyone.
all our
I'm very
questions and
resourceful in it.
attendees.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
If the gentleman has an idea, there is what we call in Malta Enterprise. It's a government organization which helps investors opening businesses in Malta, and government can support that as well. Of course, what Diego, if I took the name well, it's Diego. If Diego
Yeah.
is looking for that, Diego must have a very good business plan. We
Oh,
can help
the
with
last
that.
question is from Fernando. Sorry, Fernando.
Sorry, Fernando. So Fernando needs to have a very good business plan, but we can happily introduce the most important government entities in Malta and other stakeholders. And he has a good idea. I'm willing to support him. No problem at all.
Thank you so much, Roderick. From my side, I definitely recommend everyone who is watching us now to contact Roderick directly. Roderick, as he said, is very resourceful. He has all the knowledge about Malta, about business in Malta, real estate in Malta, citizenship and residency programs. So whatever you like to have in Malta, you can address Roderick all the questions. I would mention also, Roderick, if I'm not mistaken, because we don't have speakers from Turkey and Cyprus today, but you do represent these countries as well, right? So those
Yes,
who
yes,
attend our
yes,
conference
yes.
are interested in Turkey and Cyprus, they can also address their questions to
Of
you.
course,
So,
we do all the programs, Sanya. We do all the programs. I
mhm.
spoke about Malta because I wanted to be, the first one to introduce Malta into South America to the South American audience. So that's for me is a big plus.
Yes, thank you so much for this presentation, and I would like to remind our attendees that all the contacts are on the screen. It's an email, phone number, website, and you will also receive the contacts by email after the conference. So please feel free to reach out to Roderick for any questions. And Roderick, we leave you now. And we move on to the next destination, but hopefully we will meet with you during our upcoming conferences again.
It's good. We have another one planned together as well. Yes.
Thank you so much. So have a nice day,
Bye
and
bye.
I will